Just recently, by airmail, I received an invitation to a wedding that I would very much like to go to, taking place in England on April 18, 1951. I'd completely forgotten that it unfortunately coincided with my mother-in-law, Mother Grencher's visit. All the same, I've gone ahead and jotted down a few notes on the bride, as I knew her almost 6 years ago. In April of 1941, I was among some 60 American men enlisted in a pre-invasion training course, directed by the British intelligence in Devon, England. Oddly, we all happened to be the letter-writing type, and when we weren't writing letters or attending classes, each of us went pretty much his own way. For the most part, I enjoyed taking scenic strolls through the countryside. On rainy days, I would stay in and read a book. The last day of the training course, I decided to take a stroll through Devon one last time, despite the rainy weather. It was rumored we were to be assigned to infantry and airborne divisions for the D-Day landings. There was something about the girl that was distinctly unique. She seemed to possess amazing poise and elegance for someone so young. It was raining even harder. I entered a small, almost completely empty tea room. Ordering some tea and toast, I rummaged for some old letters to reread.
The service at Schraff's 88th Street has gotten terrible these days. You're lucky you're not here, you know. Please send me some cashmere yarn the first chance you get away from camp.
The letters from my wife and mother-in-law were so disappointing.
Charles, come!
Charles, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Charles, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Charles, please stop doing that. Don't do that. Don't put your tongue in the water. Oh, hello there. I saw you at the church. You were there.
You have a lovely voice.
Oh, thank you. You're kind for an American. You go to that secret intelligence school on the hill, right?
I'm just visiting Devonshire for my health.
You know, I wasn't born yesterday. Do you have a wife? Are you deeply in love with your wife, or am I being too personal?
When you get too personal, I'll speak up. Here, why don't
Okay.
you sit down?
Thank you. I only came over here because you look extremely lonely. You have a very sensitive face.
You're right, I have been feeling lonely. I'm glad you came over.
I'm training myself to be more compassionate. My aunt says that I'm a terribly cold person. My aunt has been taking care of me and Charles ever since my mother died. She's a very kind person. Do you find me terribly cold?
No, not at all. So what's your name?
My name is Esme. I probably shouldn't tell you the rest, because I have a title, and you might be too impressed by my title.
Miss Megley said you have to go finish your tea.
His name is Charles. He misses our father very much. He was Salain in South Africa. Charles, do sit up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, his father adored him. Charles looks a lot like my mother, and I look more like my father. My mother was quite intelligent, but my father was a true genius. Charles misses him exceedingly.
Hey, what did one wall say to the other?
I don't know. I give up.
Meet you at the corner.
He tells that same riddle to everyone he meets, and then has a fit of laughter afterwards. Usually he drills a bit too. Charles, please stop.
That was one of the best jokes I've heard, though.
Yay!
So how are you employed before the army?
I wasn't employed, but I've only been out of college a year, but I like to think of myself as a professional short story writer.
Oh, my father wrote beautifully. I saw some of his letters that he wrote.
Is that his wristwatch that you got from him?
Yeah, this is my father's. You said that you wrote short stories, right?
Yeah.
Could you write a story for me? What about Squalor? Because I really don't like childish and silly stories. And I'm an avid reader, so I'll definitely read it.
Squalor?
Hey, what did one wall say to another?
Meet you at the corner? Well, it was nice talking to you.
I thought you'd enjoy it. Do you think you'll be coming here in the immediate future?
I'm afraid that I probably won't be able to make it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because troop movement and stuff like that, right?
I can't tell you.
Would you like me to write to you?
I'd love it. Here, I'll write down my information.
Here. Oh, thank you. I'll write to you first so you don't feel compromised. It was nice meeting you. Charles would like to apologize.
I'm sorry.
Hey, what did one wall say to the other?
Meet you at the corner.
Don't forget to write that story for me, and I hope you return from the war with all your faculties intact. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. This is the squalid or moving part of the story, and the scene changes. The people change too. I'm still around, but from here on in, for certain reasons, I've disguised myself so cunningly that even the cleverest reader will fail to recognize me. Staff Sergeant X was in his room on the second floor of the civilian home, in which he and 9 other American soldiers had been quartered. He was a young man who had not come through the war with all his faculties intact, and for more than an hour he had been triple reading paragraphs.
Now that the war is over, and you probably have a lot of time over there, how about sending the kids a couple of bayonets or swastikas?
Oh, X, it's so gloomy in here. Are you writing letters?
Just turn on the light then if it's so dark.
Hey, so there's a radio show in town tonight. Wanna come?
No.
Oh. Whoa, X, your hands are so shaky.
You don't say.
Oh. Hey, can you help me with my letters to Loretta? I just want you to help me add some impressive French and German words. Oh, and I told her that you had a nervous breakdown. She says that no one gets a nervous breakdown like that from just the war. Your life must have been really unstable. Just like...
Loretta's insights are always such a joy, aren't they?
Well, she knows more about psychology than you do. Hey, Ax, remember that time we were in the field together? And I saw this cat, right? And I thought it was a person, so I shot it. Well, Loretta says that I was temporarily insane.
No, you were just doing your duty. The cat was obviously a German spy.
Can't you ever be sincere? Okay, well, Ax, are you sure you don't want to go to that radio show with me?
No, I'm sure.
Well, there's this dance. I'll be driving through town. Do you want to come with me?
No, just go away. Leave me alone.
Fine, fine.
June 7th, 1944. Dear Sergeant X, I hope you will forgive me for having taken 38 days to begin our correspondence, but I have been extremely busy as my aunt has undergone a very serious illness and nearly perished. However, I have thought of you frequently and of the extremely pleasant afternoon we spent in each other's company on April 30th, 1944, between 3:45 and 4:15 p.m., in case it slipped your mind. We are all tremendously excited and overawed about D-Day and only hope that it will bring about the swift termination of the war and a method of existence that is ridiculous to say at the least. Charles and I are both quite concerned about you. We hope that you were not among those who made the first initial assault. Were you? Please reply as speedily as possible. My warmest regards to your wife. Sincerely yours, Esme. P.S. I am taking the liberty of enclosing my wristwatch, which you may keep in your possession for the duration of the conflict. I did not observe whether you were wearing one during our brief association, but this one is extremely waterproof and shockproof, as well as having many other virtues, among which one can tell at what velocity one is walking if one wishes. I am quite certain that you will use it to greater advantage than I ever can, and that you will accept it as a lucky talisman. Charles, whom I am teaching to read and write, and whom I am finding an extremely intelligent novice, wishes to add a few words. Please write as soon as you have the time and inclination.
Hello, 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 hello. Love and kisses, Charles.
You take a really sleepy man, Esme, and he always stands a chance of again becoming a man with all his FACULTIES intact.